Hi, welcome to Padai Planet, and we have got a question from frustums, which is related to frustums, and it's a very good question because they are using the frustum formulas and as well as the trigonometry in this particular question, and also a bit of Pythagoras. So it's a mixture of lot of things. Just have a look at this video, and you will be able to understand how to solve this question. It's a very good question. So the question says that there is a metallic right circular cone and that's 20 centimeter high. So first let's have this, the cone, and that's like the base of the cone. Okay, and suppose this is the height, this is the top point of the cone, and then I connect this, with this. Yes, and this point is then connected with also this point. So that's at the base. Now that's the center of the cone. So that means this is the vertical height of the cone, right? And this is the radius. This is the radius. Now what they're saying is that it's cut into two parts. The cone is cut into two parts at the middle, right? So at the middle means somewhere here. Now this middle, the height is going to be equal, right? So what I can say is that if we name this, put some points here like names here. So suppose this is A, this point is B, and this is C, and say this is P and this is Q, or we can say this is P and then we can say Q and this is say O, right? And this point is say X, right? Now we are also given that this cone has a vertical angle of 60 degrees, so that means this entire angle is 60 degree, and that means the half of it, right, this part is going to be 30 degree, right? Now let's look at how we are going to solve this question. Since O is the midpoint of AX, right? So O is the midpoint of OX. Since O is the midpoint of AX, right? So that means therefore OA is equal to half of AX, right? And that's equal to AX, meaning the total height of the cone, and that's 20 centimeters. So that's like 20 over 2. So we got 10 centimeter, right? Now what we also need to do is we need to find out the value of OQ, because we need to find out the smallest radii also, right? So to find out the smaller radii, what we will do is we will, in the triangle, we are doing little working and we are trying to get some values so that we can then solve the question easily. So let's look at the triangle AOQ. Okay, so we will look at the triangle AOQ, and here if we consider tan 30 degree, right, tan 30 degree. Now we already know that tan 30 degree, for that matter for tan, it's always opposite over adjacent, right? Now tan 30 we know that's 1 over root 3, and that's equal to, opposite is going to be OQ and OA is tan, right? So we can say that OQ is equal to 10 upon under root 3 centimeters, right? Now this is what it is. Now what we need to do is we also need to find out the bx, which is the radius of the other end. So we will again put the same approach, and this time we will, instead of taking the triangle AOQ, we will take the triangle ABX, the bigger one, right? So let's put these things here, and let's consider triangle ABX, and this time tan 30 degree is equal to opposite upon adjacent, right? So opposite meaning BX over AX, right? Now BX is same and AX is how much? AX is 20. Now we know that tan 30 degree is equal to 1 over root 3. So if we simplify this, then we can get the value of Bx, and that's going to be 20 upon under root 3 centimeters, right? So now what we have got is that we got the value of R1, that's OQ, right? And we also got the value of R2, that's BX, right? So this was the R2 suppose, and this was the R1 suppose, right? So we have got these two values. Now this this part, the part above from P and Q, this part was cut and taken away. So the only thing which is left is PQBC, right? That's the frustum which we are left with, right? So the frustum is PQBC, and we need to get the volume of this first, right? So the volume of the frustum is equal to the volume of the frustum is equal to, so we know the formula, that's like 1 over 3 and multiplied by 22 over 7, and height is 10 because OX is the height of the frustum, right? OX is the height of the frustum, and that's equal to 10, right? So we put is like 10, and then we say R1 square. R1 is 10 over root 3, so that's the whole square, 10 over root 3 whole square, plus R2 square. I think I'll have to, let's put it this side because here the space is a constraint. I'm sorry about that. So let's start from here. So the volume of the frustum is 1 over 3 multiplied by 22 by 7. H is 10, and and then we have R1 square. So R1 is 10 over root 3, so that's like 100 upon 3 plus R2 square, so that's like this, right? The square of R2, so that's like 400 over 3, and plus R1 multiplied by R2, so that's like 200 over 3, right? So let's start simplifying it, and this is coming to 700, and 1 over 3 multiplied by 22, 7 into 10 multiplied by 700 divided by 3, right? So this is like 700, and this is like 22,000 divided by 9. 22,000 divided by 9, and this is cubic centimeter. Now this is the volume of the frustum which we are going to use to draw the wire, and the wire has the diameter of 1 over 16, and we need to find out the length of the wire. Right now, let us use this figure, and we are going to use it like we will write the volume of the wire is equal to 22,000 upon 9, or we can also write pi r square h. Now r is going to be here is half of 1 over 16, right? So that's like 1 over 32 centimeter. That's the radius of the wire. So, and this is going to be in square, so 1 over 32 whole square multiplied by h is equal to 22,000 upon 9, right? So from this we can simply write h is equal to 22,000 over 9 multiplied by 32 into 32 and the 7 of the pi and divided by 22 of the pi, right? So let's start solving this. So this is like, this goes here, so this is like 1000, okay? And then let's use the calculator now, because we need the help on this. So yeah, 32 multiplied by 32 multiplied by 7, right, and divided by 9 and multiplied by 1000. So that's like 796,444, right? So that's the answer, 796,444.44. Now this is centimeter. This is going to be the length of the wire, and if we convert it into the meters, then it is going to be 796.44 meter, right? So this is the final answer, and I hope you could understand. It was a simple question, but only thing is we need to be little understanding, and it's a little trick here which they have tried to play, and they've used the trigonometry thing here, which normally students do not expect. So that's why I'm saying this question is a very good question. Solve it and understand it thoroughly. Maybe this or a similar question might come in your exams also. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.